Hey everybody, Dr. Susan here. So I want to share some of the things that happened to me before I was diagnosed with MS. And many people don't realize, number one, MS is an autoimmune disease. So I was trapped like 50 million other Americans with this undiagnosed autoimmunity going on my body. Thankfully, I was diagnosed, had definitive diagnosis so that I could work on reversing it. Many people today just don't feel well and they don't know why. They're inflamed, they're gaining weight, they can't lose weight. There's just no answers for them. They go to the doctor, they don't get an answer. They just, give them Prozac or whatever, they dismiss them. I hear this all the time. So I'm here to tell you that what you have is undiagnosed autoimmunity. You definitely do, because most Americans do. So what I'm going to be doing is talking about this, the undiagnosed autoimmunity in the world. So a study in 2025 showed that 15 million Americans have at least one diagnosed autoimmune disorder or condition. The one thing I know is that when you have an autoimmune condition and you don't heal the root causes of that condition, you'll eventually have 2 autoimmune diseases or 3. And I had a patient who had 7 autoimmune diseases because she never fixed the root causes of the first one. So 6 more cropped up. She had 7 autoimmune diseases. Like, you can't imagine the medication they put her on. And the medication does not help anybody. So all the medication does for any autoimmune disease or MS is to reduce inflammation. So I'm here to say that MS, multiple sclerosis, any autoimmune condition, which when I was diagnosed there's only 40 of them, now there's 105 to 140 different diagnosable conditions. And what they do is right away put you on steroids because it's an inflammatory disease. So what they do is give you a medication that will lower inflammation. So when inflammation gets lowered, in some cases, you will have symptoms resolve, but you're not getting better. Just resolve the symptoms. So people think that is making them better, but it's not healing their body in any way. It's not changing anything in any way. It's just the autoimmune disease will progress and maybe become a second or third or fourth one, as I mentioned, but it's never going to heal the root causes. So I'm all about healing root causes. So when I got my diagnosis, I went straight to the root causes. What's my interference? I'm a chiropractor, and we always look for the interference, remove the interference, and the body can heal. That's what we believe. So that's what I did. So along with, some things I had to do to change my body, which was diet, of course, taking supplements, minerals, eating healthy fats, eliminating bad fats. There's a lot of work I had to do on myself over the years. And I did it and changed those dietary habits, but it doesn't stop there. So you change those dietary habits, but then you have to. This is the other part that I'm going to talk about, and nobody talks about this part. I've talked about cellular inflammation, as I learned from my mentor, Dr. Pompa. Cellular inflammation is such a big, big problem in this world and country. The secondary part to the cell is the cell danger response. So we have autoimmunity because we're stuck in the cell danger response, and this is what is progressing, this sickness in our bodies. So we have to change our mindset, which I did. I did right away from day one. My thoughts were correct from day one. I think that was given to me by God. My first physician told me, my functional medicine doctor, honestly, he was a chiropractor too. He told me that you have to stop stressing. So I laughed at him and I said, okay, I have 3 kids at home. I'm in chiropractic school, professional school. We go through so many classes in each quarter. I was under intense stress. But he said to me, you have to stop stressing. But what he meant was, physiologically, I had to stop stressing. And what I did was, I always talk about my childhood. I grew up in a very fearful existence, very negative. And the problem was, I kept repeating things in my head, like defending myself. But I didn't have the courage to defend myself to whoever I was trying to defend myself to, because we were also told in my household when I was a child, you have to be quiet. Children don't talk. So it was like this thing in my life where you couldn't talk or speak. So I was always in my mind trying to defend myself, what I thought. And the repetitive thoughts, those repetitive actions kept my body always in physiological stress mode. Until I learned that. And I stopped that. So I'd go through many things. So I've done things, NET, tapping, emotion code. You know, at first I was looking for the free thing, so I'm always here to offer the free solutions I used before I hired doctors to help me. But the free solutions were tapping. There's tons of videos on YouTube here on tapping. I did that. I did emotion code. So I had to unravel my emotions and my stress in my life, my physiological stress. So that's what I'm here to say today. Our autoimmune conditions are caused by physiological stress, chemical stress, and emotional stress. And that was true for me. That's what caused my autoimmune condition right there, right? So of course it's gut health, leaky gut, but it's these other things, these cellular conditions, whether it be inflammation or the cell danger response conditions that are causing us to have leaky gut. So everybody knows that your health starts in your gut. I've been saying it for years, but that's not the root cause. So there's a lot of food related causes, which I'm not going to go into right now, but I will. If you keep watching my channel, I'm going to talk about this in depth. So please like and subscribe to my channel. Go to my website at drsusanmanias.com. If you look on the right side of the website, it says more, I think. And if you click on that, there's a drop-down menu that has all my blogs. So those blog posts are past newsletters and things I've shared with people. Read those. Because we don't want you to be one of these people. So, you know, 25 to 50 million people. That's ridiculous with undiagnosed autoimmunity. I've been saying this for years. I've been saying it in my talks for years that we have this undiagnosed autoimmune condition attacking us from all ends in this country. And now it's absolutely true more than ever. The MS diagnosis has increased 700% in past years. That's insane. When I was diagnosed with MS, the only other person I knew, and not personally, of course, was that Montel Williams had MS. And the only reason why I knew that was because he went to chiropractic care, upper cervical chiropractic care, and I watched the video, and I was like, wow. So that was my first steps into reversing this illness. It was upper cervical chiropractic care. I was into a doctor, a natural hygiene doctor. So that's my circle of prevention that I share with everybody. Those simple things we could do every single day with consistency, the simple habits that reverse our disease process. So it can be done. I'm here to tell you it can be done. You can do it. Please sign up for my newsletter on the website. If you go down to the bottom, it says it gives you, ask for contact information, and we'll sign you up for my newsletter. So I know that in June there's going to be the autoimmune newsletter, and then also on the cell danger response, very interesting. And then in July it's going to be the vagus nerve and how it connects to the cell danger response, and also my 20 things that has happened in this world from 1970 when I was born until 1999, things our body could not handle. That's why we're under so much stress. It's not anything you're causing, the world is causing it. So it's not just food. So I'm always about that. Don't just remove your food. I did that. That was my first step. It's a great step, but it's not the only step. There's so many more steps after that. Also, I want to, in the future, share my blood work. You'll never see me without my Oura ring. I'll share those numbers with you because I believe health comes from the inside out. So I want to show my inside to the world. This is me. I'm healthy. I'll prove it. I'm in exceptional health according to my Oura ring. And I want to show that to you because I can't tell you how many people I see and they're telling you how to cure MS or autoimmune or anything else, but I would like to see their inside of their bodies. I like to see what their blood work looks like. I would like to see what they look like on the inside because I just, from what I see, some of them look beautiful, wearing a beautiful dress and talking about MS, but yeah, okay, you're beautiful and you have MS, but what does your inside look like? No one knows, right? So you follow these people not knowing, are they actually doing what they say? Are they actually healthy? There's one person, he has a zillion followers, and he has a butterfly rash on his face. That's for lupus. So it's like he's autoimmune loud and clear. Eczema, like you see it on their bodies. Like you see they have autoimmune, but they're telling you how to reverse autoimmunity. So I'm telling you, I don't have autoimmunity in my body anymore. I reversed it. I will share all my numbers. Please like and share. We have so much to offer you, and I'm going to be pouring out to you for years. 15 years ago I was diagnosed in 2011, and I'm going to be 56 in August 19th this year, 56, and I was told I'd be dead by the time I was 50. I'd be in a wheelchair by the time I was 45. None of that happened. So it's completely reversed. I've done it in many people. So come along for the ride with us. We have lots of stuff coming out. We want you to share with everything we have to give you. Okay, I will see you at the next video. Thank you.